Hi, we're looking over the Kosciuszko National Park with Mount Kosciuszko at 2,228 metres, our tallest mountain in Australia. Now I will show you the evidence for a great tsunami, I believe from a comet impact into the Pacific Ocean during the Younga Dryas. This tsunami was so big it broke over our tallest mountain, sending materials into the valleys, transforming the landscape so much it confused the rivers to run uphill. Now, if we look at the densely vegetated areas and the flattened valleys, where some of them plateau out, you can see around here it's been flattened by all the sediment, and there's so much scraping, scarring of the beach, and all of this is 10,000 years old or more. And the beaches have stayed like that. It's a time capsule. Here we'll travel up this river. The next one. There's another. That's where it drained out. So, you can see where it's drained. A lot of these light green patches, these are paddocks, but they were natural, with natural grasses before Europeans brought in other. Now, these are cascades. I'm sure they're cascades where the water would have just been roaring down here. You have to try and imagine. It's impossible for me to try and imagine all this water over my house. This is the Snowy River. This is Orbost, where the river exits. So we'll see a variety of vegetation on this route as we'll climb quite high. With the mountains 2,200, we started at sea level. It should start pretty close. And now we can see where the vegetation's changing. Very sparse here. And these could be some logging coops. So I guess the soil's no good here. You can see mud and scrape marks here, mud everywhere. Some of them are different emulsions. So here the river climbs and it makes a turn straight down. So I'm going to pull the lens back, I'll zoom back, and on the left hand side in the corner we'll see the summit. But we have to try and work out why the summit's so close, yet the river takes a complete right hand turn. As you can see, it's there. So we'll run up this little valley here. You can see the river's down there. And we can't get to the summit, it's just too dense. Now we're coming up the south side, or the back of Kosciuszko, and this is weird too. Here is the Murray. This is the origin of the Murray, somewhere in here, which is a long way for such a big river. That's the border river between New South Wales and Victoria. It's such a long way from the summit, and all this crazy looking landscape. On the left hand side is the Murray's Valley, and on the right hand side we climb up back to the summit. So I'll read you a story called The Fall of the Sky Dome. It's about dismay, something unexpected, exactly like the Younga Dryas cataclysm epoch change. So white people's behaviour here got this story circulating again, they say, with so much invasion happening. White people's behaviour hasn't really changed. Right, the solid vault of the sky was believed to rest on props placed at the extreme edges of the earth. The eastern prop was supposed to be in the charge of an old man who lived on the high plains. Barek, the last of the Wurundjeri tribe, well, he's not now, stated that when he was a boy, news came to his people by way of the Ovens River and Goulburn River mob that the eastern prop was rotting, and that if presents, that's axes, were not sent to the old man in charge, he would not repair it. The sky would fall and everyone would be killed. He stated this news filled the land with consternation, and that many possum rugs and stone axes were sent eastwards. This incident was also mentioned by Buckley, the escaped convict. He affirmed that the people he was with on the Barwon River told him they had passed the news on to other tribes along the coast and that many presents were sent. A similar message was passed from tribe to tribe along the Murray. The Watchabollock believed that the sky was rested on props which not only held it up but also allowed the sun to pass under the lid to light up the warm earth. Now this is all mud here. This is what I mean where the rivers have lost their beds. Is this homesick? Wishes he's in the valley? And what is this for a landscape? And here, this abrasive sandpaper or steel wall mountains. And I don't know if there are holes in it, but it's certainly creepy. And here we have swirls on top of hills like we have in the inland at places. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching another one.